Hey guys, and welcome to Make.com Fundamentals. In this course, we'll be going over the absolute essentials you need to know before diving into our automation tutorials or even building your own automations. So if you know absolutely nothing about Make.com or just want to refresh your memory, then this is the perfect place to start. I'm just going to keep this dead simple and split this course up into 3 lessons. The first lesson is the setup, which is the lesson we're on now. We're just going to set up an account and choose the pricing. And then the second lesson is going to be the introduction to Make and how to actually navigate the interface so you're not just completely lost. And in the third lesson, we'll be building your first automation together. So like I said earlier, we're going to keep things dead simple and I'm going to take you through this step by step. So first things first, you're going to actually need to create your Make account, and you can do this by heading over to the first link in the description, where you'll be taken over to this page where you can sign up. You can either sign in with Google or just fill in these details to create your account. And yes, when you sign up, you'll be put on a free plan. So if we take a look at the plans, we can see that there's a couple options to choose from. You'll be on this free plan until you hit above 1,000 operations per month. 1,000 operations will allow you to run your first scenarios, but at a certain point you will run out, and that is where I recommend getting the core plan. 10,000 operations per month has honestly been enough for me, so I definitely recommend getting the core plan. Also, the maximum file size that you can upload, download, etc. is 100 megabytes, so it's a pretty decent amount. Anyways, once you've created your account, you'll be taken to this dashboard where you can see the amount of operations you've used. I've used 66 out of 20k, and you also get to see everything on this cool little graph that you can see exactly how much you've been using on what days of the month. Also, if you ever run out of operations, you can simply click this upgrade, and let's say I reach my limit, which is 20k operations, I can simply upgrade to 40k operations by selecting the option from the drop down and then pressing buy plan. And then if you ever want to cancel your plan, you can just come up to my plan right here and click on that. And then you can just cancel your plan right here. And it will say your subscription is cancelled. You'll move to the free plan on however long it is. So if you ever want to see the payments from your card, you can just come over to this payments tab next to the subscription tab and just press on that, and you'll see all of your payments from your card, so you can just keep track of everything right here. And now that we've cleared some things up with the plans and payments, I'm just going to go over how to actually set up your account. There's not much to set up, so I'll just go over the most important parts. So if you head down to your profile right here, it will say your name, and just click on the 3 dots right here, and then just click on profile, and then in the top right click profile settings. You'll be able to change some settings. So if you ever want to change your name, you can change it here, and you can obviously set your language in this drop down. The time zone is also very important, because if you don't have the right time zone, it can mess up your scenario scheduling, and just make sure your country is also correct. And the next thing that I would recommend is setting up 2FA on your account, and you can do this by going to the 2FA tab right here, and then where it says two-factor authentication, you can just press enable, and then just simply follow the instructions on the screen. And now I just want to show you guys something that is very, very useful to me and is also going to be very useful to you. And that is Make Academy and also Make Community. So first we're going to go over Make Academy very quickly. Make Academy includes everything to do with Make. It basically has a bunch of courses and you can learn the ins and outs of how everything works. And does this mean that you should learn absolutely everything about Make? No, because that is basically a waste of time. You should learn what is the most useful. And that's why I'm going to make this course about the most useful things you need to know about Make, so that you don't just start learning about some random thing that you're never going to use again. And with that said, Make Community is the best place to go if you are seriously stuck on something that you cannot figure out yourself. You can search for solutions, answers, and community topics. So let's say I was having a problem with Google Sheet. I'll do how, something like this. And you can see the most relevant search results have just popped up. And to create a new post or topic, you'd come over to the top right and press new topic. And then you just fill in the details and press create topic. And then you can obviously have discussions and solve your problem. So that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully now you have your Make account, you know where to access the community, and you also know where to get a bunch of in-depth resources and courses on Make.com. Next we're going to be moving on to the introduction to Make, and I'm also going to take you through the key terms you need to know so that you just have a better understanding. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.